Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum Cam. Good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the passive doer in Arabic, and that's known as majhul. So when it comes to a verb construction, we usually have three parts. There's the fa'il, which is the action or verb, the fa'il, which is the doer, and then the maf'ul, which is the object that the action is being done to. Right? So the fa'il is the verb, the fa'il, doer, maf'ul, the object that the action is being done to. So an example of this in English would be Uzair hit Faraz. Or Uzair would be our doer because he's doing the action of hitting. Hit would be the verb, and then Faraz would be the one receiving that hit. He'd be the maf'ul. Maf'ul. Maf'ul is usually represented by being in a state of nasb, while the doer is usually represented by being in a state of rafa. If you go back to that word chart, you'd see it right there under nasb and rafa. But anyway, when it comes to the doer, there are two types. There are ones that are known, which is called ma'ruf, and then there are ones that are unknown, which are called majhul, right? All the verbs that we've dealt with so far and introduced you to, they've always been ma'ruf, known. You know exactly who is doing the action. So maybe to make this a little bit clearer, let's take a look at it in English. So usually in English, if you want to hide the doer, you add in the word was or were in between the doer and the action. So he hit. We know he is doing the hitting. But if we change it to he was hit, we don't know who hit him anymore, right? The one who's doing the hitting is unknown. They're majhul. In Arabic, words are placed on the pattern of fu'ila, u'i'a, right? If you see a verb on the pattern of u'i'a, the doer has now become hidden. So daraba means he hit, duriba means he was hit, nasara means he helped, we know who's doing the helping, nusira means he was helped, fataha means he opened, futiha means it was opened. And what's cool about this is that you can actually expand these words and put them onto the 12 pronouns that we know, right? The huwa, huma, hum. When you put it into a verb, it becomes fataha, fataha, fatahu, fatahat. So you could say fatahat, which means she opened, and it would become it was opened. I don't know if this was covered with you before, but huwa and hiya, and just pronouns in general, can also be used to refer to objects. So when you're referring to one object, and let's say it's masculine, it would usually be referred to as it, because it's not a person, right? It's not a he or a she. That's just a heads up. So here we drafted out a chart actually expanding it for you. So if you take in daraba, it'd be duriba, duriba, duribu, duribat, duribata, duribna, duribta, duribtuma, duribtum, duribti, duribtuma, duribtunna, duribtu, duribna. Exact same thing as if you were to do daraba on the on the pronouns and take it through. Exact same thing. And we added in little translations here just to show you how it would be. Next up is the concept of families. So in Arabic, there are different families for words, right? When you get into dictionaries, and Uzair is going to actually show you that in a upcoming video. See, now you can't get out of it. Got you. But there's actually families in Arabic, 10 of them to be specific. And when you put when you put a verb into that family, it then dons that characteristic. So I don't know many things about these families, to be honest. Ustad hasn't gone into detail with us, but we do have to memorize them. And you've seen the massive chart. But I'm just going to give you a little snippet of it. So alima means he knows. When you put it into the second family, which is where it just takes a shadda in the middle, it becomes allama. This family has to do with repeating something, doing something a lot, almost to like the nth degree. And so the idea is that he knows. And now he's done it so much. He's become so good at it because of the repetition and the fact that he's done it to the nth degree of doing it, that he is now able to teach. And that's why allama means he teaches. He teach. Right? To teach. My English is failing me today. I apologize. So we drafted out a little chart for you, showing you. I'm too tired. Anyway, so we drafted out a little chart for you, And it just showing you what we've covered so far. So nasara yansuru nasran fahuwa nasirun nusira. So that is our past tense majhul. So as you can see, for the first four that we covered, the doer was known. We had past tense, present tense, the verbal noun known as the masdar, which we said was simply just to take a verb, remove the tense, and remove the doer, and all you'll be left with is the concept, which is why nasara, which is he helped, if you remove he and you remove the tense, the ed, all you're left with is to help. You're left with the concept of helping. So this is said as nasara yansuru nasran fahuwa, so like it is nasiran, or he is nasiran, so he is nasiran nusira. So it'd be he helped, he helps, and to help, therefore, or he is, so he is a helper. And then nusira, he was helped. And in the next lesson, or the next video, we're going to show you what the present tense of majhul is. And we'll show you actually what it looks like on the different families, inshallah ta'ala. Alright, assalamu alaikum.